Hi, this is Laura Rogers, and today I'm going to show you how to do grouping and totaling in a data view web part in SharePoint Designer. So as our example, we have a list of patients, and we have room numbers, admit dates, and we have a payment field. We're going to set this list up to be grouped by the type of insurance that the patient has, but then we want to see a total of the payment for that type of insurance. Now this is easy in a regular list view because there's a totals section when you create a list view where you can pick which field and what type of total you want to see, but when you're creating a data view web part, it's a little trickier. So when you hover over your data view web part, you're going to click this little chevron and you're going to pick sort and group. So I'm going to add the insurance type field, and I had it in here as sorted by insurance type, and I'm going to go ahead, since I want it grouped to, I'm going to check this box to show group header and then expand it by default, and then I'll show you what that looks like. So now we have insurance type and it's grouped in those two types. The next thing that we want to do is show some summaries, some totals. We're going to click the advanced grouping button. This is where we can show column totals per group. It doesn't have many options in here. It just has a checkbox to show totals. So it's going to actually require a little bit of tweaking once we do this. So once you decide to show totals, the only thing that you're given here is a count. So what we want is a sum in the payment column. Unfortunately, this is going to require a little code tweaking. I know. So what we do is I click split to split it so we can see the code view at the top, and then whatever I select down here in the regular view, in the design view, will be highlighted in the code view. So I can take this little section here and I'm just going to copy the whole thing and put it in this other cell, and then I'm just going to tweak the syntax of it a little bit. So just paste it within this TD, within this other cell. And when I click down here in the design view, I'll be able to see my changes. So now it says the exact same thing, count 3. Well, I want it to say total. So I'm going to go ahead and change it, and I want it to also be of the payment column. So I can just see in the syntax here that it was using the title column, and I'm just going to change this to payment. So I've typed total, and then I've changed the field to payment, and I click down here in design view to see what it's going to look like. And now I see total. It's still, the total is still 3 because it's still just counting it. As you can see the word count up here. Now look at this. I've got this little, where did this come from? It's a little lightning bolt. When I click the lightning bolt, look, there are my little choices. That thing is always hidden. I never know how to get that lightning bolt. So I change it to a sum. So you can obviously just change it to whatever type of total that you want, sum, count, average, etc. Let's see. It's got sum, count, average, maximum, and minimum. And then I can also change the formatting of this by just clicking the little chevron here. And I can change the format to number. And I want it to be currency in 2 decimal places. And there, now we have our total. So now we have a count of 3 items, and then we have a total in each of these sections for each insurance type. I'm going to save it, refresh in the browser, and voila. And then from there I can just sort of tweak it and change the colors, make the totals bold or whatever I want to do. But that is the basics of how to do totaling and grouping in the data view web part. Thanks for you.